And for more on what former FBI Director James Comey may be planning to do, we're joined now by CBS Evening news producer Andres Triay. Andy, what are you hearing?
Erica, people close to former Director Jim Comey have been saying for days that he wants to tell his story and tell it in public. Today, after Jason Chaffetz announced a hearing for next week, representatives for Mr. Comey say that he's willing to talk about Mr. Comey himself appearing before the committee and testifying in public. He hasn't committed to that yet, but he's more than open to discussing how he would do it, in what format, and day and time.
And so how exactly do you think that would go down? Sort of break that down for us.
I think he has the answers to what everybody's asking right now is, what did the president tell you outside of what's in the memos? Did you write everything down? What other conversations did you have with the president? What else did he ask you? Did he ask you anything else? And what other memos are out there? Jim Comey is known as a prolific memo writer. He has written memos after significant events in the past, including his service during the Bush administration, and it's suggested to us that there are other memos that he wrote of his encounters with folks at the White House.
How important do you think this is going to be?
I think it will carry the storyline for a long time, what the now fired director of the FBI had written down in terms of his communication with the White House. And they're also going to be able to ask him about the general investigation the FBI is, generally about the investigations the FBI is taking into both Russia's hacking of the election and the possible involvement of Trump associates with the Russians.
All right, so we'll definitely look forward to hopefully hearing from him in the coming days. We are also hearing and awaiting to hear more about President Trump supposedly meeting with 4 FBI director candidates, including former Democratic Senator Joe Lieberman. What can you tell us about this meeting?
Well, Joe Lieberman was a late add to most of us who cover this. Had not heard his name in the short list, but apparently the White House has reached out to him, and he's being interviewed by the White House and by the president. And there are 2 FBI people on that final list: Andy McCabe, who now runs the FBI on a temporary basis, and Richard McFeely, who is a well-respected former top official at the FBI.
What do you make of this late ad? I mean, I was certainly surprised to hear Lieberman's name floated.
I think they were trying to reach outside of what they had originally thought, and I'm not sure how former Senator Lieberman's name got in there, but he was, and they are interviewing him.
And he certainly does have a legal background, and maybe Democrats that could get on board with his name being out there. Okay, what do we know about the timing of potentially hearing from any of those candidates?
They're at the White House now. They may walk out of the White House soon, but as officially for timing, we don't have any real guidance on that.
All right, and there's that live picture again. We are looking at the doors to the West Wing there, and the hope is that maybe we will see some of these FBI director candidates come through, be able to have some reporters toss some questions at them, or maybe even they will address reporters directly. At this point, though, we are awaiting to see what happens here. So that's why we are looking at the doors of to the West Wing. Producer Andres Triay, thank you so much for joining us, and of course we'll stay with you.